Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8 launches in 2025, will add crossplay and more. Larian haven't given a concrete date for the launch of Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8, but they did reveal that it was coming next year. The studio also announced that a period of stress testing would begin in January 2025. That does narrow things down somewhat, and it means that Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8 will likely arrive sometime in Q1 2025. Patch 8 is adding a comprehensive photo mode to Baldur's Gate 3 so you can chronicle your adventures like never before. You can expect all the usual features of a photo mode, including camera controls and field of view, exposure, depth of field, and focus settings. Crossplay. Whether you're joining PS5 players from your PC or jumping into a game with Mac users from your Xbox, Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer will soon feature full cross-platform progression, including crossplay, just as the gaming gods intended. Once the update is live, you'll be able to invite your friends to join your crossplay lobby directly, regardless of platform, and find available multiplayer lobbies with friends on other systems using the Larian network. When Patch 8 launches, Baldur's Gate 3 players on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, Mac, and PC will finally be able to access multiplayer with one another. According to Larian, players will be able to invite one another to crossplay lobbies regardless of platform. The devs have also announced that this new multiplayer offering will feature full cross-platform progression. Subclasses. Patch 8 will introduce a new way to play your favorite class, adding one new subclass for each of the existing Bard, Barbarian, Cleric, Druid, Paladin, Fighter, Monk, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard classes in the game. Expect new abilities, animations, VFX, summons and cantrips, and unique voice dialogue lines for the Oathbreaker Knight with written reactivity for Oathbreakers, along with a touch of homebrewing on certain actions to enhance your role-playing experience. Bard, College of Glamour. As a College of Glamour Bard, you'll find you have the power to heal friends and command enemies in equal measure. Cast Mantle of Inspiration to bestow your allies with 5 temporary hit points. And should an enemy attack while it is cast, they'll find themselves charmed. Play your hand correctly, and you'll be able to use this to your advantage with Mantle of Majesty. Target charmed enemies and you can command them to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop their weapon. Barbarian Path of Giants. Opt for the Path of Giants, and your newfound giant strength will make it easier for you to yeet friend and foe alike. Forget chugging potions to pump those muscles. These barbarians benefit from the Giant's Rage passive that grants both strength and size, allowing you to deal additional damage with throw attacks. Pockets weighing you down? Not for you, and your increased carry capacity. Cleric, Death Domain. As a Cleric of Death, you'll find a few dark new tricks up your sleeves, from spells that specialize in necrotic damage to 3 new necromancy cantrips. This includes Toll the Dead, a cantrip that causes 1/8 damage when your cleric rings the bell of impending doom, a number that scales if your target has already been damaged. We've also added the homebrewed ability to explode nearby corpses, damaging enemies. Druid, Circle of Stars. These druids look to the stars for answers, accessing powers beyond those offered through the classic wild shapes. Taking on one of 3 starry forms for their power, the constellations of the Archer, Chalice, and Dragon. Each one favors a different play style and strategy, the Archer dealing radiant damage with astral arrows, the life-giving Chalice restoring hit points to you and others nearby, and the Wise Dragon, allowing you to deal damage with an added bonus to Constitution rolls. The starry forms offer not just a celestial aesthetic, but practical, powerful options to enhance your role as a healer, fighter, or strategist. Paladin, Oath of the Crown. You've been sworn to uphold the principles of law. Stay true to your oath and you'll be rewarded with the power to aid your allies and disrupt your foes. Guide your companions in battle with righteous clarity, taunt enemies with strategic interrupts, and keep your party standing strong with divine allegiance, absorbing their damage while restoring their health. Fighter, Arcane Archer. Mastering the dual arts of magic and marksmanship, the Arcane Archer subclass offers unique skills on top of new shooting animations. Banish foes to the Feywild, removing them from the battlefield for a turn, or unleash psychic damage that forces enemies to make a wisdom saving throw or be blinded until the start of their next turn. Monk, Drunken Master. Putting the brew in homebrew. As the Drunken Master, you have the ability to consume alcohol straight from your inventory, as well as drink from bottles you see around the Sword Coast, in order to recover ki. By sharing the bottle with your enemies using Intoxicating Strike, you'll generate a buff towards your armor class and your chance to hit drunk targets. Drunk enemies are also susceptible to the Drunken Master's other abilities, like Sobering Realization, which sobers up drunk targets, dealing physical and psychic damage. Ranger, Swarmkeeper. The Swarmkeeper subclass provides rangers with 3 kinds of deadly swarms to assist them in combat. The Cloud of Jellyfish deals extra lightning damage, potentially shocking your enemy. The Flurry of Moths deals psychic damage, giving you the potential to blind your enemy. The Legion of Bees deals piercing damage and forces the enemy to make a strength saving throw or be knocked back 15 feet. Each swarm also has the ability to provide you with teleportation capabilities. Rogue, Swashbuckler. This rogue subclass introduces a range of new actions fit for the piratical life. Play dirty by tossing sand at enemies to blind them. Flick your weapon at a target to disarm them. Or use your new fancy footwork passive while meleeing your enemy to ensure they can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn. Sorcerer, Shadow Magic. As a Shadow Magic sorcerer, you deal in a form of magic that makes you deadliest in darkness. This subclass gives its sorcerer superior dark vision, as well as the ability to shadow walk between places of dim light or darkness. It also lets you call forth the perfectly homebrewed Hound of Ill Omen to harass your foes, and use Strength of the Grave to prevent you from being downed. Ideal for those attempting honor mode runs. Warlock, Hexblade. Hexblade warlocks make a pact with an entity from the Shadowfell that manifests in the form of magical weapons. Curse your enemies and force their souls to do your bidding. Slay any enemy that isn't generally an element of nature, construct, giant blob, or already dead, and you'll be able to raise their spirit from their corpse for 10 turns. This new summon can deal necrotic damage and will rip away a chunk of your enemy's soul to provide your Hexblade warlock with healing. Wizard, Bladesinging. The Bladesinging subclass merges swordplay with wizardry. Expect new spellcasting animations when casting spells with your weapon, a new Blade Song ability to grant you supernatural speed, agility, and focus, plus gives you a bonus to any Constitution saving throw you make. Photo mode. Finally, you can stop using pictures of fish you've caught on your dating profile and start snapping photos with your Hound of Ill Omen.